Hello everyone, this is Easy Phoenix, and welcome to the finale of my Final Fantasy XIV solo run. Here it is, the very last dungeon of the 2.0 storyline. We broke through Castor Meridianum, and now we're storming the heart of the Garlean occupation base itself, the Praetorium. Waiting for us at the bottom is Gaius Van Baelsar, the Black Wolf, and with him, the Ultima weapon. First off, we're gonna have to deal with the riffraff and cut a swath right to the bottom. So let's get going. Before I start doing my jump cuttings, cutting out most of the riffraff, you might be wondering, why am I not showing the cutscenes of the Praetorium? Well, since it is the very last dungeon, it is a movie in and of itself. So yeah, if you want to see the cutscenes for the Praetorium, you're gonna have to look them up on YouTube. Sorry. After dealing with that riffraff, the code circular drops an identification key. You need that to move ahead. And through this door is a path outside. When you're outside, Magitek gunships are going to take pot shots at you while you're taking care of business with the other garleans. Like so. Boom. So, normally, everyone just runs past everything. I could do that as well, but I find it a bit easier on myself to take off stuff as I go. By the way, the hands, they're annoying. They can stun you, like they did right there. Stupid hand! I'll do a few later. Taking a moment here to show you the Magitek gunships flying around the Praetorium. I'll meet you all back when I get back inside. There's a medic back there. I'm getting rid of you first. Once back inside, if you turn the camera just right, you can get a pretty good look at how massive this structure is. Thing is, we're still kinda near the top. We have to work all the way back down to the bottom. Magitek armor bay, you say? Interesting. Speaking of magic armors, Reapers, I'll meet you once I finish off these guys in the next couple of matches. They're really nothing special. Right, these group of enemies. You can actually kind of sort of pluck them off a group at a time and make it a little easier. But again, if you're doing this with 8 people, you can just swarm over the whole entire thing. People love speedrunning this place if they get it in the main scenario trials. So, red? I don't know. Somewhere within that hodgepodge, you got an Imperial identification key. I don't know who dropped it when I took their head off, but we walk into here, and then we're going to cutscene to play here, and hey, look! It's a boss! It's a Colossus. It's a Colossus. I thought I had this shrug emote here. It's a Colossus. It does Colossus things. I'm just gonna beat on it till it dies. I got a little wicky-wacky loose there. I mean, technically I could have avoided it, but yeah. So Sid shows up because cutscene, and we go down the lift. This next part, I really like this next part. Well, the next part, not exactly after this, but you know. This place is big. Oh hey, look, Garleans on patrol. Hate to say this, but the patrolling is going to hit an abrupt stop. Surprisingly, they don't sound the alarm and attract anyone else. Heck, the Lancer guy there doesn't even help, and your Signifier friend is dead. Well, Act 2, of course you do. And then we come upon this thing. I should be able to bust through it, right? Yeah, no. Even with as buff as I am, Sid's right. I need some legitimate firepower. My axe isn't gonna cut it, sadly. Oh, hey look, another Colossus. Let's make more scrap metal. So we go around this corner and hi! However, they're between us and a Magitek mount. So, give me a moment while I do some erasure. Hassan Chop! Well, the cohort Primus dropped the Imperial identification key. They have them around here, you know? Imperial and all. Anyway, we just used this on the Magitek terminal, and this should open up the lift for us. Click. Oh, you found just the unit for me, huh? Alright, so we just go over here, use this. This is actually very easily missable. One of my friends told me that, yes, he ended up getting stuck without a Magitek mount because he didn't look behind him. Oops. Oh hey, it's that Magitek mount we refurbished with that one special core back. And wow. Oh, looks like she's still active. You know what, Sid? You really know how to pick them. So now we are in control of the Magitek mount. We have two weapons, the photon blasters and the Magitek cannon. Just spam the Magitek cannon because it does 4,500 damage, which is enough to two-shot these things. The photon blaster does 3,000 damage. It two shots if you actually can aim worth a crap. Oh yeah, and since you're outside, gunships. I skipped out on most of the backtracking because, well, a lot of it was just me two-shotting stuff with the Magitek cannon. So now that we have the proper firepower, I missed. Ahem. Now that we have the proper firepower, we can start blasting this door down. I think it takes about 9 hits? I'll have to go back and check. So it took about 8 hits, which means that Sermon Bulkhead has about 36,000 HP. And considering it had vulnerability down, yeah, I was not chopping through that at any point. So, once we get onto the Magitek lift, we head down to Magitek Research. It's a research lab. Again, more stuff for you to completely decimate with the Magitek cannon. And you head forward and it lives. So yeah, Proto-Ultima arm units. They just don't do anything. I mean, they'll smack you back. They're just obstacles. I like this part of the stage because pretty much you don't have to worry about doing damage. You two-shot everything. See this group of enemies? Pop! Oh, I missed one. Photon blasters will take care of that. So yeah, it's pretty much Trash Mob, Proto-Ultima Arm, Trash Mob, Proto-Ultima Arm. Now normally, you'd be deathly afraid of this. You're in a Magitek armor, so why should you be afraid? Hey, thanks for standing still for me, guys. Really helps, you know? And looking at the minimap, there's another sermon bulkhead. Those things take way too long to kill. So, oh, it's a sermon blast door this time, not a sermon bulkhead. I won't bother counting how many shots it takes to kill this one. Not worth it. If you're wondering why we suddenly don't have a Magitek mount, we overloaded it. We overloaded the cannon. Anyway, as we come to the Laboratorium Primum, we find Nero Tol Scaeva. Bit of history with this guy. He was the major roadblock in me being able or being unable to actually clear this place. There have been many a time when I had him at 1% health, and then I die. Let's see how this goes, shall we? So, that's the major reason why I died. That electrical field around the whole entire arena. Now you must be wondering, what do you mean you died with that electrical field? You just gotta stay in the center, right? Also, Hassan, shop! So, yeah, see that? That's a Magitek death claw. Remember why I said I really hate the hands? Boink! Yeah, knockback. They'll just push you around every which way. Yeah, they die really, really quickly, but that's only after they knock you back once. So what I found to do was just shove myself into a corner and try and damage race Nero Tol Scaeva. If you had noticed earlier on into the fight, when I started getting around 75% health, I immediately switched to Defiance. I don't think I leave Defiance until he finally goes down. Whoa, 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 whoa! Thank you, but there's another one coming, and I'm going to get shoved right back into the... Ow. Damn it. Why do I even bother trying to kill those things? And this is when things get scary. He's almost dead. I'm almost dead. Equilibrium can only do so much, and there's at least 2 Magitek death claws out at all times. Oh, yeah. This is normally the point where I just kill him over dead. The lower in health he gets, the more Magitek death claws come out to ruin my day. However, I was able to get myself back up to almost half health. Thank you, Vengeance and Bloodbath. He's at 2% health. He's at 1% health. And down he goes. I took a moment here to recollect my thoughts and figure out just how in the world I did that. I'm betting the stronger gear really helped. Also, I get lost for a moment in a circular room. Yeah, not my finest moment, people. So after getting my bearings, I get to Magitek research. This is a massive elevator. I wonder if something important is going to happen. Maybe that's why I'm walking slowly. Anyway, the Echelon. Switch into Deliverance and activate the Magitek terminal. After a cutscene, you're put face to face with the Black Wolf himself, Gaius Van Baelsar, surrogate father of Sin non Garland. is a master fencer, and his Magitek is nothing to scoff at. He's able to fire off Magitek slugs, he's able to flash step, he's able to create sword beams, and even stun you in place to get blasted by a burst of Magitek energy from who knows well. And also keeping with the themes of being like the judges from Final Fantasy XI, he has innocence. Yeah, this guy is, well, he's supposed to not be a joke, and he wouldn't be, and he would not be a joke if you're going at this with minimum item level. He would probably wreck a team. Unfortunately, with how item levels are now, 8-man party will completely erase him. Right then, so that line, that means he's going to start doing all the stuff that I said he could do earlier. First off, if I am correct, yep, he just puts down a pool of ceruleum which gives you the bleeding status. And then he starts shooting at you. I get into a bit of a range duel with him at some point or another when he starts doing that. And there's the flash step. So yeah, he tends to do that, and sometimes if he does that and you attack him, he just smacks you away. It's kind of annoying, that. See? Just like that. Or he just kind of does it whenever he feels like it, I don't know. And as you saw earlier, you saw the delayed cross sword beam. It's delayed, so you have some time to get out of the way. Oh, hello there, non-reductible stun. This is going to hurt. Yeah, that nearly did 2k damage. What do I mean by something? Ah! Jerk. And the fight pretty much repeats with me and him just trading blows. However, unlike him, I can dance around him and I can heal. Two things he isn't able to do. This is kind of why I wanted to do my, whoa, okay. Don't know what happened there, but, this is why I wanted to do my solo runs and finally work my way up to the Praetorium. This guy right here, a one-on-one duel between the Black Wolf of Garlean and the Warrior of Light. But then suddenly, the duel cuts off. What is the meaning of this, you may wonder? Well, the original reason why we came down here was to take down Ultima. Ultima being an ancient allag machine. An ancient allag piloted machine. So here we are, at the end of the seemingly endless elevator that leads to the Port Decumana, where Gaius has slipped away after our duel. and now sits within the Ultima weapon, waiting for us. So why don't we knock and give him a proper hello? And speaking of hellos, hi there, fully powered Ultima weapon. I switched into Defiance because damage up? Vulnerability down? It can't be that much of a vulnerability down, can it? Alright, I'm gonna beat you something. Oh. Oh. I crit for 10 damage. I hit for 5. Yeah, that vulnerability down quite literally nerfs all of your damage. So, how are you going to get around this? Just wait a moment. And with Heidelin working her mother crystal magic, poof goes the damage up and poof goes their vulnerability down. Now I'm swinging for the numbers I'm used to. Now I'm gonna show you who's really the overpowered one, Gaius. Ow. Stupid Ifrit open burst. Yeah, he'll be using... Throughout the whole entire fight, he'll be using moves from Garuda, Ifrit, and Titan. Usually in conjunction with each other. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, that blue ring. Suddenly, Hurricane. Funk, suddenly Rock. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you can also use the Primal's limit breaks. It only does 13-15 to me. Get better. Once you get into a certain HP threshold, or Heidelin, poof goes Garuda from the Ultima weapon. And now he only has Titan and Ifrit left. So the game plan is beat on him until he throws up a Primal. With the absence of Garuda, he's now using a combination of Titan and Ifrit's attacks, which means dealing with flames. and as with Garuda before him, he uses Earthen Fury from Titan. Nice little thing there. And again, it does even less damage than Garuda's attack. Okay, sure. Oh wow, that didn't take long for him to throw up Titan. So now all he has is Ifrit left. Granted, Vulcan Burst is annoying as all get out, but he'll have to deal with Ifrit shenanigans. Oh yeah, to make up for the fact that he no longer has the other two primals, he starts shooting lasers at you. It's no big deal. And in a last-ditch effort, he uses it. Well, I was about to say call it Inferno, but it's called Hellfire. May as well be interchangeable. And he's at 1% health. And poof goes different. And then he stays at 1% health. And a cutscene later, and suddenly everything is on fire. You are probably wondering why everything is on fire and why it looks like the world is ending. Well, my friend, let me show you why. What the fuck? In short, La Habrea activates the Ultima spell in the Ultima weapon, and nearly wipes her off the face of existence. However, thanks to Hydaelyn's intervention, that doesn't happen. But Hydaelyn only has enough power to do that once. La Habrea can still cause the Ultima to go off. So thus is the scene for the final phase of the Ultima boss fight. So without the power of the primals, the Ultima weapon has to rely on all of its internal weapons. They still really hurt. Some Magitek bits can shoot down Magitek airships from the sky as that little triple laser sweep. Still a pretty tough cookie despite it not having any of its primal attacks. And there's the Magitek bits I was talking about. First I tried to ignore them, then like 6 more spawned. So yeah, I decided to ignore Ultima and kill these things. Die in about 2 hits anyway, so why not? And see that marker over there? That's an airship. I don't know what happens to make them fall. I think Ultima weapon shoots them out the sky, but yeah, falling airships. And there's its final new attack, Tank Purge. This is effectively a replacement for the primal attacks that it used in the first phase. Considering that it just nukes the whole entire area, Sync, you definitely want to heal through this ASAP. More bits show up. So, time to erase these things so I don't get blasted by lasers every 5 seconds. And the Ultima weapon is looking pretty weak now. I guess for all the years of ancient allag ingenuity and technology within this thing, it can't stand up to a good old axe. When it hits around 5%, it suddenly vanishes and reappears in the middle of the arena. It's casting Ultima. I have my own Ultima here. It's called Foe Cleave. So with that, that should be an... What? Who in the world is this guy? Oh. Brea? So we get to fight the Ascian after that, huh? Well... How about I say give him a nice sharp hello?